Hello and welcome everybody. Welcome back again to another new video. Welcome to my course Linux for Hackers. In our previous video of Linux course part 2, we have studied or we have learned about Linux file structure hierarchy, how Linux arrange file structures, and how it handles by Linux, how we describe a file structure in a format. We have covered these topics in our previous video. If you have missed it, don't worry. Check out my playlist on my channel, Linux for Hackers, and you can find it. Today in this video, we are going to learn about some of the basic commands of Linux, basically. Whenever you use a Linux, you are basically going to interact with the command line, basically, or you can say the terminal, which is this you can see on the screen. This is the terminal of my Kali Linux machine or my operating system. Whenever we are talking about Linux, then we are basically or ultimately talking about the terminal of Linux, and whatever the things we are going to perform on our Linux will be on the terminal. It is necessary to remember some of the basic commands of Linux and their syntax. If you are a previous subscriber of my channel, or if you are a old subscriber of my channel, then you might be familiar with most of the Linux command, as I already have described or I already have performed some kind of Linux command on my previous video. So you are quite much familiar with Linux, right? So but before we start our advanced topic on Linux, such as user management, file permissions on Linux, group management, and other process management like scenarios, or you can say the advanced hacking tool, which we're gonna see further, or you can say the privilege escalation techniques, whatever we are going to cover in our future video or our the last video of our course. It is very necessary to you to remember this command and to get a hands-on practice with these commands and with the basically terminal. So without making any further delay, let's get started. So basically in this video, we are going to cover all these file management and directory management commands of Linux, which are frequently used to maintain directories, such as creating a directory or deleting a directory, creating a file, deleting that particular file, writing into a file, and these kinds of stuffs. Basically, we are going to learn in this video the file management command. So let us see. So the very first command you need to learn in Linux is PWD. Number one command is PWD. Basically, it has a full form which says that print working directory. Whenever a user inside into a terminal, he need to be in a specific folder, or you can say we have studied or we have learned about Linux structure or Linux file structure hierarchy, where we have seen that Linux has a different kind of file structure and different specific directories and different other directories are there, different other folders. In order to execute a command, a user need to be inside a directory. To check what directory the user inside in, we perform a command or we execute a command called pwd. It basically prints the current working directory, you can say the absolute path name of the home directory, or you can say the current working directory. For example, let me just back to my Linux machine. You can see here, this is my terminal, and if I hit the command pwd, if I write the command pwd and hit enter, then you can see here's the output of this command. You can see here, this is the output of this command. It is basically the home directory inside another directory, which is a Rajan folder, or you can say the Rajan directory. It basically returns the current working directory where I am in right now. So that's it, simple. So the number second command is, or the number two command is ls command, which is basically used to list all the files and directory in a current folder, or you can say whatever the directory or location you specify after the ls command, you can list all the contents of that particular directory. So let us see the quick example of it, what it basically says. So as we have executed the pwd command, you can see the output here. So let me just execute another command, which is ls. So if I hit ls command and hit enter, then you can see here all the files and directory which are inside my home and Rajan directory, or you can say my Rajan folder, inside everything has been listed out the display. So you can see here that it is as simple as it is. It is basically used to list all the contents of a directory. ls command has several attributes which it's support. For example, if I hit the ls hyphen l and A and hit enter, then you can see here there are several lots of more file has been listed as compared to our previous output. So if I hit command ls, then hit enter, then you can see there are only few files or and directories. But if I hit ls hyphen l, then there are several more directory or a couple of more directory and hidden files are on my terminal. So how is it possible? Basically, the ls-la command is used for listing the hidden files and contents of a directory, basically. So all the files which are started followed by a dot symbol are the hidden directories, or you can say the hidden files, basically, which are inside this directory. So to list all these hidden directories and files, we use the command ls-la. So basically, there is a little confusion in this command, which is if I try or if I use the command ls-l, then it will list only those files or folder which has been listed previously, because I haven't specified a attribute here. So it will not gonna display all the hidden directories and files. It basically long list the files and the contents of the directory. The hyphen L option is basically used for a long listing, and if I specify a option with here with this, then it will list all the hidden directory. For example, if I hit the command ls hyphen a and hit enter, then it will list all the hidden contents, or you can say the hidden files and directories out here. But if I combine all ls hyphen la, or you can say the al, then it will long list as well as list the all the hidden contents. So that's it. So the number three command is cd, which is the most popular command in Linux as well as also Windows. The cd command basically stands for the change directory. So whenever you need to change your folder, or you can say the change your directory, if you want to go inside another directory, or if you want to back from another from a directory. So for this purpose, cd command is used. It's basically used to change directory. So let us see a quick example over here. So as I have shown you that we are basically now in the Rajan folder, or you can say the Rajan directory. So if I try to jump into some another directory which are present in my machine over here, so I need to give the command basically cd and that directory name. So for example, if I hit the command cd and then for example a directory name, let me just check what a directory inside is. For example, this is a there is a directory called videos. You can see here I have used ls command to list all the contents of this directory, and I have found there is a videos folder inside this directory. So if I want to go inside the videos folder, or you can say the videos directory, I will give the command cd, then videos, and hit enter. And you can see here the directory name has been changed, and we are inside now the videos folder. And if I give you, if I try to prove this, then I will give the command pwd. As we have learned before, that pwd is basically used to check the current directory. So this is my current directory over here. You can see we are inside the videos directory. And if I list the contents of video directory, then I will use the ls command. And you can see there is nothing inside this directory, so it has displayed nothing. So if I try to find some hidden files and directories, then I will use ls-a. Then there is nothing inside this directory. So it has returned nothing. So this is very simple and very basic command in Linux, which is cd, which is basically used to change directory, as we have seen the example over here. So let us just deep dive into the cd command in more. So, as I have shown you that the cd command is used to change directory. So, if I just hit the cd and without specifying any directory I want to move on, if I hit the cd command single and enter, then it will just return to my home folder basically. You can see here, if I hit the command pwd, then you can see here, this is returned to my home folder. So if you give the cd command only itself without specifying any kind of directory name, then it will go back to your home folder. And if you want to for example, if I want to go to my root folder or my root directory, so I will hit the only the forward slash and hit enter. Then you can see here I am now inside my root folder. You can see all the root folders content over here. So that's it. So if you specify cd and then hit tilde symbol and hit enter, then also it will go back to our home directory basically again. You can see here. This is our home directory basically, as we have seen in our previous command. So that's it. So another example I will show you. If I want to go inside my desktop folder, so I need to specify the absolute path of my desktop folder. For example, if I want to go, then I will use cd, then home. I think home, then Rajan, and then desktop. And if I hit enter, then you can see I am now currently in my desktop folder. If I list, then this you can see here, this is my all the contents of my desktop folder. So that's it, cd command. So another cool command Linux has, which is called clear. If you want to clear your screen, then you can use the clear command to clear your screen. For example, if I list the content of the desktop folder, you can see here this is the content of the desktop folder. And if I want to erase all this thing, or if I want to clean my terminal over here, then I will use the clear command. Then hit enter, and you can see here all the contents has been wiped out. So that's it, the clear command. So now let us come to the another cool command, which is mkdir. This command is basically used to create a directory, or you can say that to create a folder. Basically, we use mkdir command. For example, I am currently now inside my desktop folder, as you can see over here. So if I want to create some kind of directory or some kind of folder, as like this these folders in my, for such as HTB, THM, these folders. As like these folders, I want to create another directory. For example, di whatever the directory name you can consider. For example, Apple. Then, if I use the mkdir command and then I will specify the directory name and hit enter, then you can see here this directory has been created, or you can say the Apple directory has been created, which has not been in previously. So that's it, the mkdir command used to create a directory. So you can say, go inside the Apple directory by specifying the command cd apple, and you can see here I am now inside the Apple directory. So now you can see I am inside my Apple directory. So if I want to create some kind of file, let me just jump to another command which is called touch. The touch command is basically used to create empty files in Linux, such as, for example, if I want to create a file named file.txt, the text file I want to create over here inside my Apple directory, then I will use the command touch, then the file name or whatever the extension you can give here. But remember, in Linux, it doesn't matter whatever the file extension is. It doesn't matter in Linux what the file extension you specify. It basically looks at the file's content and specify its type. So whatever the file extension you can give here, I am specifying the file.txt and hitting enter. And you can see the file.txt has been created. If I hit the command ls, then you can see over here, this is my file.txt. And if I go into the Apple directory in the GUI mode, then you can see also here there is a file.txt. So that's the use of basically the touch command, which is basically used to create empty files. So as you have seen that we have created a empty file named file.txt successfully using the touch command. So if I want to write something inside this file, then there is a command which is called echo. You can say the echo is basically used to display some kind of message in the terminal, but it also used to insert or to write into a file. Let me just show you the primary use of echo command, which is if I give the command echo and then I will hit Rajan over here. Then if I hit enter, then you can see the text has been displayed. Whatever the text you will specify after the echo command will be displayed on the terminal. So it is basically used for displaying or to print some kind of message. It is often used to write into a file. Let me just show you an example over here. So as you have seen that we have created a file.txt empty file. So if I want to write this Rajan name into this file.txt, then I will use the command echo, and then I will specify a double quote, and inside the double quote I will write whatever the content I want to write inside the file. So for example, what is your name? Then I will specify, I will use the left, or you can say what the symbol is, the right arrow. I mean the it's a right arrow, the right arrow or operator, and after that I will specify the file name on which I want to write. So the file.txt and hit enter, and you can see the command has been executed successfully. So if I again list, then you can see the file.txt over here. But if I long list it, then you can see the content of this file is which is 5 byte. This is basically this 5 is basically for the 5 byte. So let me just check whether my content has been written or not. So to check the content of a file, there is another command which is called cat, which is used to see, or you can to list, or you can say that to if I want to see in the whatever what the file content, what the data of the file. So I will use the cat command basically. So cat, then I will use file.txt and hit enter. Then you can see what we have written in our echo, with our echo command, which is what is your name, and then a question mark has been written to our file. If you want to confirm this, then I will go inside my Apple directory over here in GUI mode and open the file.txt, and you can see over here this content or this message has been written inside the file.txt. So that's basically use case of touch command, echo command, and the cat command. The cat command is basically used to list, or you can say to see the content of a file. So now we have seen how to create a directory and how to jump into another folders and how to create a file and how to write into a file. So it's the time to learn how to delete that file or how to delete a file basically. So you can see here that by typing the ls command, here is the file.txt which we have created. So if I want to delete it, then there is a command which is called rm, or you can say the remove command. It's the full form of this rm command. You can specify the rm command, then after that the whatever the file you want to delete, in my case it is the file.txt, and hit enter. And you can see the command has been executed successfully. And again I will use the ls command to list the direct content of the directory, and you can see there is nothing inside this directory, and so it hasn't displayed anything. So we have learned that how to create a file and how to delete a file. So it's the time to learn how to delete a directory basically. So if I go back, as we have written that the cd command is basically used to change directory. So there is another thing which I have missed in the cd command, which is to jump back to the previous directory. You need to give the command cd and the double dot. This is basically used to jump back to the previous directory basically. And you can see we have jumped to our previous directory, which is the desktop directory. And if I hit ls then enter, then you can see here, this is my apple directory over here, and which we have created. And if I want to delete this particular apple directory, then there is a command which is called rmdir, which is a remove directory. This the full form of this rmdir command, and I will use the rmdir command to delete the apple directory. So after writing the rmdir, you need to specify the directory name, whatever the directory you want to delete. In my case, this is the apple directory, and hit enter. And you can see here, this apple directory has been wiped out over the desktop. You can ensure, or you can confirm it by again pressing the ls command, and you can see there is no such directory named apple. So basically, the rmdir command is basically used to remove the empty directory basically. If you have some kind of content or some kind of folder, another subfolder, or some kind of another files inside that particular directory, then it will not gonna remove that directory if you use the rmdir command. So it basically used to remove the empty directory. But there is a question, how to delete the directory that have that have some kind of content inside it. For example, there is a directory named Apple, and inside that directory there is a subdirectory, or you can say some kind of content of this directory. Then how to remove that particular directory, as the rmdir command cannot or not capable to use, not capable to delete that the fulfilled directory. So how to delete? So let me just show you. So I will again create a directory by using the mkdir command, and again I will create that apple directory. And you can see here the apple directory has been created again successfully. And inside I will go inside the apple directory, and here I will uh, I will use the touch command to create the file.txt again. And you can see here I have created file.txt. So let me just go back to the previous directory, and I will use the rmdir command to remove the apple directory. And you will see it cannot, it will throw a error that basically it cannot delete the apple directory. So let me show you. I will use rmdir and then apple, and you can see over here, you can see the error message written by the terminal over here, which says that failed to remove Apple directory, and it is basically saying that directory is not empty. So from this message, we have now cleared the we are now clear that the rmdir command is basically used to remove the empty directory. So there is a question that how you can delete this directory, this for that directory basically which have some kind of content inside it. So the answer is as simple. You can use the rm command to remove the apple directory. So if I use rm, then I will specify apple, then you can see the it is basically saying that rm is a directory, so I cannot use the rm command. So there is a basically flag, or you can say the there is a attribute which is with the rm command, which is rm hyphen rf, which is here the R stands for recursively and the F stands for forcefully. So I'm telling my system that to forcefully I am removing the Apple direct. Let me just give the command. This is the command you can see over your screen right now. You can see this is the command. What does it mean that I am specifying the Apple directory with the rm command with a flag, or you can say the attribute r and f, where I am specifying I am telling my system to remove this Apple directory forcefully. It doesn't matter what the content inside it. You need to remove the directory. So in this method, you can delete any kind of directories or folders forcefully into your system, no matter what the content inside it. So now let us move to another command, which is cp. This command is basically used to copy the file, or you can say the copy basically a particular file you can copy with the help of cp command. So let me just show you a quick example over here. So I will again create the Apple directory again by using the mkdir command, and inside the Apple directory I will create a file1.txt basically, and I will also create a file2.txt, and you can see, sorry, cd apple, and okay, sorry. So I have basically created the file1 and file2 inside my desktop folder. So okay, I can give you the example of cp command over here. So as I have created, you can see, let me just go back to the desktop directory, and you can see the file1.txt and file2.txt now is inside my desktop folder, which is basically, you can see the graphical look of this file1 and file2.txt over here. So if I want to copy this file, this file1.txt and the file2.txt inside my um, Apple directory basically, so I can use the cp command basically. So let me just show you. I can open another tab, and inside it I will go back to the Apple directory, and you can see there is nothing inside this directory, total zero it's showing. And I will just copy the file1 and file2.txt into the Apple directory using the cp command. So focus here. So basically cp, then file1.txt and file2.txt into the Apple directory, and I will hit enter, and you can see here this has been copied to my Apple directory. As you can see over the screen, this file1 and file2.txt file has been copied from this desktop directory to this Apple directory. So this is the basically use case of cp command. So the another command which we're gonna learn is the mb command. The mb command is used to move the directory, or you can say the move a particular file. You can use the mb command to move a file from a directory to another directory, or you can say the another location into another location. Basically, it is quite similar to the cp command, but it basically has a difference like that. The copy command, the cp command basically copy the file's content, or you can say the whole file into another location where you want to copy. But there is a difference between the cp command and mb command, is the move command is used to move that file, and the cp command is used to copy the file. For example, you can see there is two files, which is file1.txt and another is file2.txt inside my Apple directory. So if I want to move this file2.txt into my desktop folder, then I will use the mb command. For example, the mb, then file2.txt, and then I will specify the double dot without specifying the absolute path of my desktop folder. I can use a double dot to tell this command to move this file to my previous directory, and I will hit enter, and you can see the file2.txt has been moved to my desktop folder. You can see over here. If I use ls command, then you can't find the file2.txt in my Apple folder, as because it has been moved, permanently moved to another directory basically. So that's the basically difference between the cp command and the move command. So also we can use the echo command to create file. So let me just show you an example how you can create a file using echo command. So if I use the echo command like this, then I will use the double quote. Inside the double quote, I will specify the content which I am write. I am which I want to write into the file basically. So for example, here I am writing what you have written. Then I will use the left shift operator, or you can say what the operator is. It's the right shift basically. Sorry, left shift. It's not the left shift. It's the right shift operator. So I will use this operator. I will use the file. I will here specify the file name which I want to create. For example, what the file name? File 3.txt, and I will hit enter. And if I list this, then you can see over here, the file3.txt has been created using the echo command successfully. So if I list or if I print the content of the file3.txt using the cat command, then I will use file3.txt, and you can see what you have written. This is the content of this file. So this is the another way to creating file using echo command. So also there is another cool feature of by using a echo command, which is I will show you. So you can see there is two file inside this Apple folder, which is file1.txt and file3.txt. So as I have shown you that the file3.txt is content, which is what you have written, which we have written in our echo command, which is right over here. So if I want to add some extra text, or you can say some extra message into the file3.txt, then I can use the echo command again. For example, echo. Then if I want to write something like what is your crush name? For example, I want to write this message into this file3.txt again, or then I will use the same command basically. So if I use the same command, then what do you think, what it will gonna happen? Let us just see. So I'm hitting enter, and you can see the command has been executed successfully. This is the file3.txt, and I will print the contents of file3.txt. Then you can see this what you have written message has been overwritten with this new message which we have written with what is your crush name. So basically if I use this operator only, or you can say this right arrow operator only, then it basically overwritten all the contents of that particular file what I am specifying in the command basically. So it is not a efficient method. If you want to overwrite something basically into your file, then you can use this single operator uh, basically. So if you want to overwrite something into your file, then it is better to use the single operator. But if you want to keep that previous message and also want to append this new message into the file, then you can use another right arrow operator with the with this. For example, let me just show you example. So for now, this is the content of this file, which is what is your crush name. So let me just write something new into the file3.txt again, which is if I want to, what is your name? So if I want to write the what is your name message into the file3.txt with this with the message what is your crush name, if I want to keep both these messages inside this file, then I will not only use this single operator over here, I will use the double operator, then hit enter. And let me just check the content, and you can see this second message has been appended at the last of this line. So this is the basically difference between a single operator and a double operator basically. So basically in this video we have seen some of the files and directory management commands which is frequently used in Linux. Whatever the operation you want to perform in the Linux machine, you can use these commands in you will use these commands frequently. So it is a basic fundamental need of every Linux user you need to learn right now. As we move further in this course, Linux for Hackers, we will use some of the more advanced command of Linux, such as user management, several kinds of editors present in Linux, such as Nano, Veeam, etc. And I will show you process management commands, other networking utilities commands. So there is more inside this course. So stay tuned in this video. So that's it for this video. If you haven't subscribed our channel, so subscribe now right now and press the bell icon. So see you in the next video. Till then, take care and goodbye.